Hi everybody, welcome to this week's episode of STW. We are starting the show off with a triple threat matchup. AK-47, Sub-Zero, and Ultimacion in a triple threat matchup. These guys are all buddies. They have competed together in tag team action. They've been by each other's side. Back when Scarecrow broke AK-47's rib, they were right there to step up and be there for each other. But tonight they are going to have a friendly challenge, a triple threat matchup. Ultimacion's former Rising Star champion. So, AK-47 and Sub-Zero are down for this friendly competition. They'd like to show that they are not just the guys below him anymore. But Ultimacion takes both out quickly. We have a television title matchup next. Will Rage will defend his title against the Scarecrow, because the Scarecrow falls in line, is falling next in line, and the Scarecrow will have his buddy Angelo Davis in his corner, which could make it challenging for Will Rage. But Will Rage decided to get some backup himself with the Rising Star champion Dolph Ziggler and MJF being in his corner. So he's trying to even the playing field, but that actually puts him up one guy on his side. MJF is going under Dolph Ziggler's wing, and Dolph Ziggler lost to Angelo Davis last week. Very upset about that loss, and he has decided he will back up Will Rage when Will Rage defends his title against the Scarecrow, because Ziggler don't want the Scarecrow and Angelo Davis to build up any more momentum, and if Scarecrow wins the television title, that's more momentum for them too. Will Rage won the television title last week against Kaheem Watson. Neck breaker by Sub-Zero on the outside. No countouts in a triple threat matchup. Each of these guys looking to one-up their buddy. Friendly competition. Oh, what a move. That cutter by Ultimacion might put Sub-Zero out. Is that enough to pick up the win of this triple threat? No, just a one. Just a one count. And a DDT by Sub-Zero. And AK-47's back in, but Sub-Zero's got AK-47 up, looking for a Samoa driver. Might be a big win for him here. 1, 2, 3. Sub-Zero picks up the quick win in this triple threat matchup. That's got to feel good after the devastating loss he had against Kaheem Watson at the last pay-per-view. Way to move him up in the power rankings. He DDT'd Ultimacion. Then got Sub-Zero with the Samoan driver. And that's all for this matchup. Sub-Zero with a big win. That's the thing about triple threat matches. They can go any which way.
Here is your winner, Sub-Zero.
Big win for Sub-Zero tonight. Alright guys, we are on to the next matchup. Television title matchup. Alright, Will Rage has got MJF and the Rising Star champion, Dolph Ziggler, on his corner. And the Scarecrow's got Angelo Davis in his corner. Angelo Davis is the Scarecrow. has got a rivalry going with MJF and Dolph Ziggler right now. Ziggler was able to put Scarecrow out, but was not able to put Angelo Davis out. And MJF, he has had a heck of a losing streak here in STW, and he looks to build up some momentum with Dolph Ziggler. They have joined in an alliance, and Will Rage looks to defend his television title, his freshly won television title against the Scarecrow tonight. Will Rage said this is a one-time only type of deal with these two in his corner, but it might not be, because as alphabetical order goes, the Scarecrow, he's in his own spot. All right, he is at the bottom of the list. He is holding down the fort. Scarecrow, he's at the bottom of the list in the alphabetical order. So the next up is A's, and Angelo Davis might be the next competitor for Will Rage. I am checking the roster right now. Oh, AK-47 is the next competitor for Will Rage. And then Angelo Davis the week after. So, if Will Rage can manage to beat Scarecrow and AK-47, that puts him back up in the scene, in the mess with Angelo Davis and the Scarecrow. And this is a mess you do not want to be a part of. And a German suplex by the Scarecrow. Scarecrow looks to win his first belt in STW. We've had a lot of television champions, and the two that have held it the longest is Kaheem Watson and Daniel Hunter. They are tied. That was 5 straight weeks of title matches in action on Thursday night television. Oh, we got a curb stomp going by the champion. This is how we put out Kaheem Watson to win the title. Is that enough for this matchup? 1, 2, no. He did have to hit 2 of those to put out Kaheem Watson last week, so he might have to do the same thing. He is a much smaller guy than the Scarecrow. Angelo Davis gonna go pick his buddy up. Oh, and Will Rage throws Scarecrow back in the ring, and he's going for a pin after throwing him out of the ring. 1. Will Rage has more heart than almost any superstar in this company. And, oh, what's he going for here? Uh-oh, DDT on the apron. MJF steps back. He's watching Scarecrow go after the champion. Champion with a reversal. Knee to the face. If this results in a double countout, Will Rage will defend his championship. Will Rage hit a DDT on the apron. The Scarecrow dropped him on the barricade, but now Will Rage is back in with a frog splash. That's got to be enough. He's about to retain. 1, 2, 3. I think the presence of MJF and Dolph Ziggler was enough to scare Angelo Davis into not interfering in this television title match. Now Will Rage will defend against AK-47, who just suffered a loss in a triple threat. So he will be going in that match next week with no momentum. So he needs to do something to boost his spirits going into this television title match next week. But Dolph Ziggler and MJF stood their ground to ensure that the Scarecrow, Angelo Davis, did not screw over Will Rage. We are off to our main event now. Tony Lee Williams versus Kyle Young. Tony Lee Williams has had a back and forth couple of weeks, winning against Kaheem Watson, losing against Kaheem Watson, losing to Daniel Hunter, winning against Daniel Hunter. Now he looks to take down Kyle Young this week. Tony Lee Williams is taking control right off the bat. Kyle Young is now working on the champion. Looking for a big win here tonight. Elbow strike by the champion to take back control of this matchup. Alright, back and forth. Kyle Young takes the champion over the top rope. And he's flying on the champion. Oh, back body drop. He's going for a trifecta. Oh! Kyle Young just busted his head off of the steel steps and then busted his head off the concrete. But he's still fighting back. Winning against the champion. Gotta put you in the hunt for a number 1 contenders matchup. So we are at a 7 count. We are getting close to being counted out here. 8 count. Can Kyle Young get the champion back in the ring? 9 count. Will we have a draw here? He's back in. Almost a 10 count. I didn't know if the ref was going to count that, but Kyle Young's got him up. Reverse pile driver. He's calling for the champion to get back on his feet. Will he take out the champion this week? Young driver, and a rope break. That's got to be upsetting for Kyle Young. So close to getting a pin over the champion. Irish whip over the ropes. What's the champion going for? Uh-oh. Staying on the second rope. Is he going to suplex him back in? We've seen this by Tony before. The amount of damage and the amount of strength. That's got to be it for Kyle Young. There's no kicking out of this. 1, 2. No, I thought the champion was putting him away there. Speaking of that, almost the double count out outside the ring just a few minutes ago. Remember, at the Battle Fest pay-per-view, Tony will be defending his title in a last man standing match, so he's got to be wary as it counts. Oh, what do we got going on here? Spear! Flatlines Kyle Young. He's going for the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out by Kyle Young. Resiliency is key, and Kyle Young has plenty of it. but the champion is squaring up for a jackhammer. And one of his signature moves right here. That's got to be enough to put this one away. Kyle Young is out. 1, 2, and a kick out. Oh my Lord. The strength of Kyle Young to be able to kick out of that jackhammer is amazing. Champion's getting the crowd on his side. Oh, Kyle Young with a reversal. Salutes the crowd. And he's Irish whipping the champion into the corner. What's he going to go for here? And a drop kick. And that says it all. He's built his momentum up. Going for another reverse pile driver. And he hits it. Is he going to go for the pin? Will he put the champion away here? A big win for Kyle Young. 1, 2, 3. Kyle Young has defeated the world champion. Tony has had some a serious amount of back and forth matches here lately. What a win for Kyle Young, putting out the world champion. This match was back and forth, that's for sure. Tony came close quite a few times. When Kyle kicked out a jackhammer, I didn't know what to think. Well, that's some big momentum for Kyle Young. He is the third superstar to defeat Tony, and that's got to be upsetting for Tony Lee Williams. That was so close. I thought the champion put him away there, but no. Kyle Young is very excited right now, picking up a victory over the world champion. All right, everybody, that'll be all for this episode. I'll see you guys next week on STW.